It's Melissa from The Little Four That Could. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you a day in the life. It's not something I do very often because I feel like I'm terrible at it, but here we are. The difference is today is not a normal school day. Today is a field trip day. So if you want to go along with us on a super cool field trip, stick around. Hey, so we just got in the car and it just started raining and we're pretty bummed. Hopefully we won't get rained out. So this place we're going is about not quite an hour from our house, and it's a place we've always wanted to go but we never have. So we're really excited, and now it's stormy. And this is an outside deal. So we're gonna go get some fuel and head on down the road and hope that this passes on through. So here we go, field trip time, I hope.
Very high-tech alligator call. Never try that. So currently inside the swamp, we've got a little over 200 alligators, about 250 on this side of the fence. These are all nuisance wild-caught alligators. Really what has landed them here is just being an alligator. What used to be creeks and swamps and bayous is now turned into waterfront property. So just being an alligator's pretty well got some of these guys in trouble. Now, one good thing about them, though, is they're actually very good at association. They can associate times, places, sounds, even colors. They see in color about as well as you and I do. For some reason, pink is their favorite color. Some of you ladies might need to watch out. Y'all stay in the middle. You'll be fine. Hadn't lost anybody yet today. It does not take a very big alligator, though, to ruin your day. At about 6 to 7 feet, which... that little one over there is right around 6 feet. This one's 6. This one's probably 7.5. But at this size, they have a bite force of about 400 to 500 pounds, which doesn't seem like much weight. Most of you fellas put that up at the gym every week, right? A couple of us. Doesn't seem like much, but our arms and legs tend to start breaking around 450. So that little alligator could actually do quite a bit of damage. Now, once they jump up in size to about 10 feet or so, which my man Harvey right here is over 10 feet for sure. Open up, Harvey. But at 10 feet, that bite force jumps to about 1,800 to 2,000 pounds. And if you guys make it to the back of the swamp back there and see or read about Captain Crunch, he holds the record for bite force for a male American alligator at 2,982 pounds. This is true poundage, not PSI. These alligators can generate into the hundreds of thousands of pounds, PSI, or tooth pressure. So he's only going to bite you once. Good thing is he can only hold that bite on you for about 20 minutes. So, y'all got, 45 minutes to kill. Things should be fine, right? At least we'll hope so. So hanging out with us out here in the swamp, there are both males and females. Now, from an external standpoint, male and female alligators actually look the same. So I can't really look at one and say, yeah, that one looks like a boy, or that one kind of looks like a girl, because they're identical on the outside. There are, however, a couple ways that you guys can tell whether we're dealing with a male or a female. The first way is you catch that alligator, kind of reach in, check out the running gear, if you know what I mean. The second way is, ladies, you don't get quite as big as the fellas do. You get upwards of 10 feet. There's never been a female documented over 11. Fellas, you get up into about the 13-foot range, maxing at around 14. So if it's over 11 feet out here, I can pretty well guarantee it's going to be a male. Now, ladies, what you lack in size, you make up for in overall temperament and attitude. Good example. Two of the meanest alligators out here in the swamp. Due to their lovely temperament and attitudes, we just call them Hillary and Nancy. I haven't seen them yet today. Give you guys an idea of what is actually going on out here in the alligator world, as we're just past hatching season. So if you were a female alligator out in the wild, your babies have just hatched out. Same thing would potentially be happening here, but we collect eggs. So there shouldn't be any eggs or babies hatching out here in our swamp. But that female is still providing protection and overwatch to that nest. Once those babies hatch out, they are fully independent. They've got to start finding their own food, evading predators. Mom's just doing her best to keep track of all 35 of those babies. The vast majority of them do not survive to adulthood. They're going to get eaten by stuff, not necessarily just alligators, but snakes, frogs, fish, turtles, birds. Fire ants are actually a relatively new invasive species that will kill baby alligators. So that's what Mom's doing. Like I said, everybody else, all the pecking order and non-pecking order fellas, are over here getting a bite to eat at this point. After breeding season is over with, the fellas are ready to eat. So granted, we're definitely not filling any of these alligators up. See if we can get BA to come over here a little bit. BA is this other older fellow that's hanging out here in the corner. Come on, BA, heel. So definitely not filling anybody up. We'll use BA for an example. He's a little over 13 feet, I would say. He's kind of the skinnier fellows out here. He's not a monster. He's an older alligator. You can see he's missing most of his teeth, is why I'm saying he's an older guy. But BA is probably 600 pounds. I bet he's a little over that, but we'll say 600, so I can do some easy math. At 600 pounds, let's say something big comes along, like a pig, a deer, maybe a third grader on a field trip. He has got a stomach capacity of a fifth of that overall body weight. So we're talking 120 pounds he could eat at one sitting. But a couple bad kids would fit right in, wouldn't they? Now, if we're at the extreme other end of that, let's say that same 600 or so pound fella's having a hard go of things. Life's a little tough. As long as he gets 10% of that overall body weight, so now we're down to about 60 pounds, he can actually go upwards of about a year to a year and a half, no food whatsoever, still keeping that lovely figure of his. So it kind of shows you how good these guys are at energy conservation. I just fed you. Would you leave me alone? Trying to make my way over here to the edge. Don't want to get boxed in. That's no good. But Mighty Max, who is actually our second largest alligator, is hanging out over here. He's got this big pink eyeball. He's got some scar tissue on that eye, which is what that pink eyeball is. Come on over here, Mighty Max. He's like, man, everybody's in my way. Open up. All right, there you go. That's a little big for you, but we'll see what happens. So physically, these alligators can't chew. Looks like BA's thinking about eating his leg. It was a little on the frozen side. We'll call it a pork sickle. But he's working on eating that leg. Physically, though, these alligators cannot chew. Everything they eat, they're just going to crush and swallow in its entirety. Inside of that alligator's stomach, there's enough hydrochloric acid produced that they can break down pretty much everything they're going to encounter out here. We're talking bones, teeth, feathers. Nikes don't do so well. That's a long story. Get the shoes off before we throw them in, Mom. All right, I got a couple pieces left. Typically, once I get low on food, it is just a good idea to get out of here. Then we're going to do something real exciting. Everybody here can swim, right? Where's our non-swimmers? Don't raise your hand if you're volunteering. Catch somebody. All right, nice calm feeding though. Didn't have to run for my life. I know that's not as fun for you guys, but it works out good for me. Y'all are probably wondering why these things don't just come up here, bum rush me, take my cooler, eat it at their leisure. First off, it's going to take a lot bigger alligator to take me down. Secondly, where he really makes his living is actually down at the water's edge and in the water. Not that they couldn't catch you on land. Alligators have a very impressive land speed in the lower 20-mile-an-hour range, but that is a flee response, so it's designed to run away from stuff, not chase things. Turtles make up about 80% of their diet in the wild. Sounds pretty good, right? Hard, crunchy outside, soft, chewy center. Making me hungry just thinking about it. All right, I'm just trying to get him turned around where I can make my way over here to one of the big fellows. Hey, Mighty Max, how are you doing? I don't know if y'all can tell, he's got a pretty big noggin on him. Come on up here, big boy. Just step on that other guy. He doesn't care. Good fella. All right, well, cool. Well, what we're actually going to do, hanging out to my left over here, Miss Anna's running around over there. She's got an alligator out. If you guys have not had the opportunity yet to hold one, I highly recommend you do so. Ladies, they're not slimy. They're not slippery. They feel kind of like a $2,000 pair of shoes. So they're quite pleasant. So y'all go find her if y'all want to hold that alligator. If y'all are into other things besides alligators, like big giant snakes directly behind her, Corey's hanging out there. Should have something slithering around. If you haven't made it to the back of the swamp yet, the further you go down this path, the bigger these guys should get. There's about 30 alligators out here over 12 feet. Don't you do it. Last but not least, if y'all need to get rid of somebody, y'all see me down here in the corner. Y'all enjoy.
Thank you. Lunchtime.
I'd be like, cheese.
Lunchtime.
What's up?
So we are home, and what? I think she thinks it's time for dinner, but she's still got a little over an hour. What, Hazel? What? It's not time. Anyway, she really was following me around honking and then went and grabbed my blanket, which is what we use when we snuggle on the couch. And I couldn't tell her no, even though I have like a million things I need to do. So it's, no, it's not time. So yeah, we had a great time at Alligator Alley, and then, thankfully the rain stopped and it was, oh hi, she's back. And what? That hurts like digging into my thigh. We had a great time. It stormed really bad when we first got there, but we just hung out like undercover until it passed, and then we got to see all the cool things and hold the cool things and do all the cool things. It was super fun. Really glad we went. Now we're home and the kids are sort of all doing their own thing, and look at her. What? Oh, she's bad. And so I'm going to cook. I can't say that word because she'll lose her mind. Well, lose her mind more than she already is. She keeps using that snout to like push me, and it hurts. She's strong. A pig's nose is really strong. Anyway, I was freezing, and so I put something warmer on because I was cold, and I snuggled the pig. But now that she's up, I guess I need to go to my desk and get some work done before I have to cook the, you know what. Excuse you. She is literally so bad, y'all. Anyway. Oh my God. You know, don't mind me. It's fine. Just do, yeah, do what you want. Okay, she's back down. Anyway, I guess we're snuggling for a little while longer. And then it'll be time to give her, you know what, and cook the humans, you know what. And so I'm probably just gonna stop the filming here. So anyway, hope you liked our day in the life field trip edition. We don't go on field trips a lot, really, but maybe we should do it more because it was fun. Anyway, see y'all next time. Bye.